Hello everyone, welcome you all. Let's start our discussion and solve question paper of CUCT 2018. In the first part, we have solved up to question number 40. So in this video, we will start from question number 41. Question number 42. The capacitance of two concentric spherical metal cells with radii small a and small b will be. The capacitance of two concentric spherical metal cells with radii A and B is given by C equals to 4 pi epsilon naught AB divided by B minus A. Here you don't need to derive the expression. These are memorizing questions and you should remember the formula. So here your correct option is option A. Similarly, for two concentric cylindrical surface with radii R1 and R2, capacitance is given by C equals to 2 pi epsilon naught H divided by ln R2 by R1. And for a parallel plate capacitor, capacitance is given by A epsilon naught by D. Question number 43. The change in phase of an electromagnetic wave reflecting from the surface of a denser medium is. We know a light ray traveling from rarer medium to denser medium undergoes a phase change of pi radian when it gets reflected at the boundary of denser medium. So here the change in the phase of an electromagnetic wave reflecting from the surface of a denser medium is pi radian. And when a light ray traveling from denser to rarer medium does not undergo any phase change on reflecting at the boundary of denser to rarer medium. Question number 44. A plane electromagnetic wave is propagating in a lossless dielectric. The electric field is given by this expression. The relative dielectric constant of the medium epsilon r and the constant A will be. So electric field is given. We have to find the relative dielectric constant of the medium and the constant A. For an electromagnetic wave, we know that the electromagnetic wave consists of oscillating electric field and magnetic field which are perpendicular to each other. So electric field perpendicular to magnetic field, and both electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave. And as we know that dot product of any two perpendicular vectors is 0, so we can write k vector dot E vector equals to 0 or k vector dot B vector equals to 0. So we will use this concept to find out the constant A. Next we have to find out the relative dielectric constant of the medium. And we have n equals to square root under epsilon r. Actually this is n equals to square root under mu r epsilon r, and this mu r is 1 for a non-magnetic medium. As in the question nothing is mentioned about the magnetic nature of the medium, so we will take mu r to be 1. So here n equals to square root under epsilon r, and from here we can find epsilon r equals to n square. So to find this relative dielectric constant, we have to find the refractive index of the medium. So let us first find the propagation vector of this electromagnetic wave. So this is the given electric field. This can also be written as E naught x cap plus a z cap exponential iota minus k naught ct plus k naught x plus root 3 k naught z. The general form of plane wave is exponential iota omega minus omega t plus k dot r. So comparing with this, we can write down here k vector equals to k naught I cap plus root 3 k naught z cap, and omega here is equals to k naught c. Now taking the dot product of k vector with electric field, we will find that it is k naught plus a root 3 k naught equals to 0. So from here we can write a equals to minus 1 by root 3. So from option you will find that only option A has the constant a equals to minus a by root 3. So your correct option is option A. But let us also calculate the dielectric constant epsilon r. We found that epsilon r equals to n square. So to define epsilon r, we have to find n, the refractive index of the medium. We have v equals to c by n, speed of any wave in any medium with refractive index n. Okay, so here velocity of this wave can be defined as omega by k. K is the magnitude of this propagation vector. Omega here we have found that it is k naught c, and you can calculate the magnitude of this propagation vector and you will find that it is 2 k naught. So v equals to c by 2. So comparing these two equations, you will find that n equals to 2. So from here epsilon r equals to 2 square, that is equals to 4. So your correct option is option A. Question number 45. Two water molecules each having a dipole moment 6.2 into 10 to the power minus 30 coulomb meter points in the same direction along the line joining their centers. The potential energy due to their dipole-dipole interaction when their centers are 3.1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter apart will be. The potential energy due to the dipole-dipole interaction is given by U equals to k by r cube p1 dot p2 minus 3 times p1 dot r cap p2 dot r cap. So you have to define p1, p2 and r cap, and after that you have to use the value of given p1, p2 and r, and then calculating the formula you will find the value of u. So p1 is the first dipole, p2 is the second dipole, their points in the same direction, and r cap is the direction from first center to the second center, or you can say the line joining the two center. So consider this direction to be I cap. So p1 dot p2 will be equals to p1 p2, and h r cap is also in the same direction of the dipole, so it will also be I cap. So p1 dot r cap will be p1 and p2 dot r cap will be p2. So it is k by r cube p1 p2 minus 3 p1 p2. So it is equals to minus k by r cube 2 p1 p2. Now using the value of p1 p2 r and k, you will find the value of u, and this is equals to minus 0.1451 electron volt. Question number 46. The value of square root under iota plus square root under minus iota, where iota equals to square root under minus 1. Let y equals to this, so we can write y square equals to iota plus minus iota plus 2 times square root under iota into square root under minus iota. So from here y square equals to 2 and y equals to square root under 2. So your correct option is option C. Question number 47. The trace of 2 cross 2 matrix is 4 and its determinant is 8. If one of the eigenvalue is 2 times 1 plus iota, the other eigenvalue is. For a 2 cross 2 matrix, trace is 4 and determinant is 8. We know trace is equals to summation of eigenvalues of matrix. So lambda 1 plus lambda 2 will be equal to 4. and determinant is equals to the product of the eigenvalues. And here one of the eigenvalues is given, so lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equals to 4. So lambda 1 is 2 times 1 plus iota plus lambda 2 equals to 4. So here lambda 2 equals to 2 minus 2i, or 2 1 minus iota. So here correct option is option A. Question number 48. The line integral f dot dl, where f equals to this, along the semicircular path is shown in the figure. So we have to find the line integral. F is given and dl is the line element, that is dx x cap plus dy y cap. So f dot dl is equals to x dx by square root under x square plus y square plus y dy divided by square root under x square plus y square. So for this given semicircular path, we can define x equals to r cos theta. Here r radius is 1, so x equals to cos theta, and dx will be minus sin theta d theta. Similarly, y equals to r sin theta. R is 1, so y equals to sin theta, and dy equals to cos theta d theta. And so now the line integral AB f dot dl, that is from minus 1 0 to 1 0 x dx square root under x square plus y square plus y dy square root under x square plus y square. Here you can see that x square plus y square equals to sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is equals to 1. So this can be written as pi to 0 x is cos theta, dx is minus sin theta. So minus sin theta cos theta plus sin theta cos theta d theta divided by 1, and this is 0, so this is equals to 0. So your correct option is option B. Number 49. Given that f of 1 equals to 1, f dash 1 equals to 1, f double dash 1 equals to 1, the value of f at 3 by 2 will be. According to Taylor series, we know that for a function f of x at any value a naught, it is given by f at a naught plus x minus a naught f dash a naught plus x minus a naught square by 2 factorial f dash double dash a naught. So using this, we can define f of x at 1 equals to f1 plus x minus 1 f dash 1 plus x minus 1 square by 2 f double dash 1, or that is equals to 1 plus x minus 1 plus x minus 1 square by 2. So now function at x equals to 3 by 2 equals to 1 plus 3 by 2 minus 1 half plus 3 by 2 minus 1 whole square, that is equals to 1 by 8, that is equals to 3 by 2 plus 1 by 8 equals to 13 by 8. So your correct option is option D. Question number 50. A vector perpendicular to any vector that lies on the plane defined by x plus y plus z equals to 5 is. We have to find vector perpendicular to this given plane, and we know gradient of a scalar function is perpendicular to the level surface. So here we have to find the gradient of this function. So it is I cap plus j cap plus k cap. So your correct option is option B. 51. A 2 cross 2 matrix A has eigenvalue exponential iota pi by 5 and exponential iota pi by 6. the smallest value of n such that a to the power n equals to identity matrix I. Here A is a 2 cross 2 matrix and it has eigenvalue exponential iota pi by 5 and exponential iota pi by 6. So as A has this eigenvalue, so A to the power n will have eigenvalue exponential iota n pi by 5 and exponential iota n pi by 6. So determinant of matrix A to the power n is given by product of eigenvalues. So it is exponential iota n pi by 5 into exponential iota n pi by 6. So it is equals to exponential iota 11 n pi by 30. According to question, A to the power n matrix similar as identity matrix, and we know determinant of identity matrix is 1. So determinant of A to the power n matrix is also 1. Now we can write exponential iota 11 n pi by 30 equals to 1, which is equals to exponential iota 2 n pi. So from here we can write, let this be 2m pi. So from here 11 n pi by 30 equals to 2m pi. So from here n by m will be equals to 60 by 11, and here n equals to 60. So your correct option is option C. Question number 52. A rigid triangular molecule consists of 3 non-collinear atoms joined by rigid rods. The constant pressure, molar molecule specific heat of an ideal gas consisting of such molecule is. Degree of freedom F is given by 3n minus C. Here number of atoms is 3 and constant C is 3. So it is 3 times 3 minus 3 equals to 6. So degree of freedom here is 6. So energy U is given by F by 2 RT. So as F is 6, so U equals to 3 RT. So from here we can calculate the specific heat CV equals to del U by del T, that is equals to 3R. And we know Cp minus Cv equals to R. So from here Cp equals to Cv plus R, that is equals to 3R plus R equals to 4R. So your correct option is option C. Question number 53. Consider the differential equation dy by dx equals to xy. If y equals to 2 at x equal to 0, then the value of y at x equals to pi will be. With separation of variables, we can solve this differential equation. Dy by dx equals to xy. So from here we can write dy by y equals to x dx. So taking the integration, we will find that ln y equals to x square by 2 plus c. So you are given that y at x equals to 0, y equals to 2. So ln 2 equals to c. So ln y equals to x square by 2 plus ln 2. Now we have to find value of y at x equals to pi. So ln y equals to pi square by 2 plus ln 2. Now from here we can write y equals to exponential pi square by 2 times exponential ln 2, that will be 2. So from here we can write y equals to 2 times exponential pi square by 2. So your correct option is option A. In this video we have completed 15 questions. So let's stop here and we will continue in the next video. Thanks for your time.